Hello, I am going to give you a little bit of verbal directions for how to create your outline for your reflecting on your writing letter. This is the last piece that you are writing for this class. Your letter is going to be worth essay points, but don't let that worry you too much. This is going to be a short piece. So let's just get started on talking about your outline. So as you read in your chapter on the specific writing genre, a reflection after writing assignment, i.e. this letter, it allows you to share your insights and on your work and the process that you use to create. Of course, you're going to use evidence within this letter, and that evidence, of course, is going to be your own writing. So you're not going to need to research at all for this paper. You're just going to need to look back for this, look back on your coursework, look back on your essays, perhaps your discussion responses to your classmates, and probably most importantly, as you read in your chapter outline, taking stock of your work reflections that you did at the end of each of your papers. So the purpose of this, as you learned within your chapter, is to help you think cognitively about your development as a writer, how you have grown, and things that you can be focusing on as you continue writing, either as you go into higher education or just writing in your professional life as well. So things that I want you to ask yourself: what strengths do you demonstrate in your writing? What are some weaknesses or aspects of your writing that you can improve? Where are you going to look for your specific examples from your essays? We wrote 3 essays. We wrote an evaluation essay, a profile essay, and a proposal essay. Where in those essays do you have evidence that you can use within this reflection paper? And how are you going to, or how can you use this writing to help you in the future? Again, as I said, this doesn't require any kind of research other than just looking back through your coursework. So don't skip that step. Your letter length is going to be between 800 and 1,000 words. This is going to be super short, okay? So it's not going to be very long at all. This is going to be APA format, so it is going to be double spaced, Times New Roman, 12-point font. Don't use any extra spaces. This is just going to be a simple letter. There's no need to have a cover page. You're not going to have a reference page. You do not have to have any in-text citations. However, if you do want to use very specific direct quotes, you are welcome to do that. But as you read in the example in our chapter, the person whose letter we read, there are no direct quotes. He does refer specifically to his writing, but he does not offer any in-text citations, and that is fine. You do not have to have those. You can if you want to, though. And if you do, make sure you cite them so we'll know what paper they are from. Your outline, though, because that's what this assignment is, you're not writing your letter yet, you're just doing your outline. Your outline needs to be between 200 and 300 words. So that's pretty short for an outline considering the other outlines that we've done this semester. This outline is specifically to help you just brainstorm. I want you to take the time to look back through your work to really consider what your strengths and weaknesses are within your writing. This should also be formatted in APA format. So, and then as you get started, just go back up to this section if you need to review. So, assignment directions. You're going to create this outline using this above criteria. Your outline, you can refer to the example letter if you need to, or how to generate ideas. Your outline should show that you've reflected on your writing from this semester, and it needs to be on very specific topics within the idea or the topic of writing. So here's your topic options. I'm going to go over those in 1 second. So each of your topic options, you're going to pick 2. So your topic options are going to be a strength and weakness, but you're going to pick something very specific. So topic options could be something like, do you do really well at engaging your audience? As in, like, do you write really awesome hooks? Or is that something you struggle with? Your topic options can be used for both your strengths and your weaknesses. Are you really good at word choice, or do you find that you have a hard time coming up with variation of words, using unusual words, using a variety, words that sound more academic? Do you do well with sentence fluency, or is that something that you need work on? So on and so forth. Those are all of the topic options. So you'll see that there's a bunch of options that I've listed for you. Those can either be options that you use for your strength or your weaknesses. So you're going to pick two of them. Off-limit topics, APA formatting. I do not want to receive any letters talking about your struggles with learning APA format. I want to hear about you as a writer. So APA format, that is of course a tool that we use within our writing, but that is not specifically your writing craft or your skills in writing. So I don't want that. I don't want anything about research skills, and I do not want to hear if you are really good or really not really great at bibliographies as well. So those are off-limit topics, excuse me. Please try and use formal language, although this is going to be a letter, so you can use the I pronoun. It's okay if you talk about yourself because this is a personal letter. This is your reflection. Please do these instructions correctly the first time. I don't want to reread any of these. I want you to just do it great the first time. That would be super awesome. I've given you a little template. Here it is right here. It's pretty straightforward. Remember, this isn't a very long outline, just kind of giving your introduction, talking about your strengths, your weaknesses, and then your last paragraph within your body will be just on how do you plan on using what you've reflected on in your future writing. A short conclusion. Again, you can refer to the letter within our book, but really a conclusion is just overall, here's the things that I've learned. I'm just kind of restating. A letter kind of is formatted like an essay at times. It should be organized. There should be an introduction telling me just your general experiences, what you learned, introducing the papers that you are going to use as your evidence. So your introduction, then there's going to be some body paragraphs and a conclusion. So that is your outline. That is what we're doing. Again, this is going to be a great tool for you. We are only going to turn in one draft of this. It's a final draft. You're going to turn that in next week. So you're not going to have any kind of opportunity to do any peer reviews. So that's why I want you to really hone in on what you do well and what you can work on and how you can use that in the future with your writing within this outline. I'm here to help you, so please let me know if you need anything. You are ready to go.